What up? It's Matt, and this is Matty. Taco Potato Mustang. We're going to show you how to do a speed run, the quickest anyone's ever installed a front wheel bearing on a 2005 Subaru Outback. So the pressure's on. We're going to see if a Kiwi can do it in under 30 minutes. Just kidding. We're just going to document the process and show you, if you need to do this job, that it's definitely doable in a driveway or a garage. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the tools that it would be useful to have to make the job a little bit quicker and easier. And yeah, so let's get started. So you can see we've already got the wheel off. This is for the front. We've done the rear. We did the other side, but just had time to document the process for the front. The car's up on jack stands. We've also got the jack for additional security. Car's in gear, parking brake is secure. Safety first. So here we have DeWalt impact, pretty standard.
It's a Milwaukee right angle die grinder. Now on the end of that we have a Scotch-Brite pad, obviously for removing any rust and corrosion in between our different mating surfaces.
Okay, and what's this one here?
This one here is a new acquisition. It's the Milwaukee Long Reach. Basically it's like a ratchet, as you can see here. Obviously this has just got an adapter for a 3/8. We also have the pass-through sockets that we can use for this, which leaves a hole in the middle so we can put an Allen key in.
Nice. Super
Super useful, great acquisition. Obviously, as you can see how dirty it is. I've got the 32mm socket there. That's an impact rated one from Harbor Freight. That's for our axle spindle nut. Obviously a hammer, a punch for our spindle nut. We've got our Craftsman digital torque wrench here. So this one gives us a range of different features. Obviously the units we have, Newton meters, foot pounds, inch pounds, and it also gives us degrees as well for those higher torques that you find on your engine. We have some Zep industrial degreaser here, just in one of their bottles. We have this clamp here, and that's just for pushing the brake caliper pistons back in. We have multiple extensions. Obviously there's just a 14mm socket for a few of the different bolts that we have. We have our medium strength Loctite here, the blue one. This is super handy. Obviously it comes in a paste. And fairly useful.
A little bit like chapstick.
Yeah, we use that as chapstick too. Our super white lithium grease, obviously great for its water repellent properties and preventing any corrosion from forming. And then our other corrosion preventative is our copper anti-seize. Obviously copper nice and soft, so we put that on a lot of our mating surfaces. Yeah, that's pretty much it for tools.
So pretty good setup here. I wish I had some of this stuff in my garage.
So these are, just in my memory here, I can't even remember what.
Is it Mevotech? Did you get it from Rock Auto?
They are, yeah, they're Mevotech, yes.
Mevotech this is a new wheel bearing I picked up from Rock Auto. I think these were pretty affordable, right?
Yep.
And you can see this thing looks like it's in, well, you can't really see the wheel bearing here yet, but when we pull it off, you'll see there's quite a difference. So this thing looks great.
So, obviously with the spindle nut, it has a tab that gets knocked in into this groove here, and that prevents the axle nut from coming undone while in use and over time. So we obviously have to get rid of that deformity so it can spin more freely. I'm just going to use my screwdriver here. And then give it somewhat of a twist just to try and free that up just a little bit. And then we're going to use our impact with our 32. We're probably going to need our hearing protection for this one because it's quite loud.
Yeah, not a bad idea to have these.
So I'm just going to leave that on just a little bit just to prevent it coming right off. But we can now push that CV in and out as we need. This just allows us, by having this loose, it allows us to get the socket in at the back of the wheel bearing, and just allows us to get the socket onto the head of the bolt.
So for the, this is for the bolts. There's four bolts on the back of the Is this, would you
The
consider
bearing?
that to be the control arm?
The
The 4 bolts for the bearing that come through the control arm. And that's a 14 millimeter, right?
A 14 millimeter. I'm just going to swap this extension out for one that's a little bit more flexible.
Okay. You're using a 3/8 drive, right? Because it's a
3/8 drive with an adapter for a 1/2 inch is obviously what the impact is.
Because it's a little narrow
And
back
it's,
here. Narrow
not
space.
a lot of space. I'm just going to try and get that on a little better. That's on uber tight. So we might change tack here.
We should be wearing ear protection.
And I'm going to grab the Milwaukee and see if that's of any more use. And just going to put it in the right direction. And that's got us. Oh, here's one.
Only 3 more to go.
The other one's up quite a bit higher. There we go. Okay. That's the second one.
Is that loose in there?
Yeah.
It seemed like it was shaking a little bit.
Gotta push that CV in a little bit. Okay, now this one's over your side.
Is it on all the way?
Not quite. Now let me. Okay.
Is it not?
You're gonna go down with it. Oh, you won't be able to push it at this stage, just because it's gonna be tight. It won't move. You'll have to actually physically push it down. So now you can pull the trigger. And it's obviously still too much torque on it.
Okay. We're gonna do it manually for a second with this tool that I will absolutely be buying. That still needs a little bit. Is the orange light mean anything on the?
No, it should be okay.
Is it coming off?
Try now. Still too much torque. It's only good.
Can you see it moving?
Oh, yeah, it's moving. It's just corroded on there.
Should I try the?
We got to the top one.
Is it? Should I try it now?
I don't think it's gonna go.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's kind of getting stuck on the.
It's just gonna be hard to. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's
Have you pushed the button a bit?
It's hitting the. I'm trying to remember what that's called.
There we go. Should be close to being off. And then it's just that bottom one, I believe, that's giving us a little bit of trouble. Let's get that on there. And like so. Okay.
It's
corroded
like
in there, yeah.
Like it's stripped. Or not stripped, but.
If I just tried it.
Weird. It looked like it wasn't turning in the. Do you want to try it? Do you want to try it without the extension?
I don't know if it'll get in
Without
there.
the long extension, it might get in there.
Take that bit off.
Yeah, try with just a short extension.
Yep. Oh yeah, that could help us. You want to just try pushing the button?
Yeah.
Go here. That's it. Perfect. It's out.
Seems like it's mostly off.
Wow, I did a thing. I solved the problem. Right, and now we've got our caliper.
Oh yeah, there's two. This one's a little bit.
2 bolts here.
There's 2 bolts here on the back of the caliper. But when you get this pulled out, is it this one?
This one here, yeah.
And then there's the second one
At the top, just
at
here.
the top, and they're pretty short.
Yeah.
But we just got to get those out so we can. Just got to get those out and remove the caliper so we can get the wheel bearing out.
On these ones.
Oh, the bolts on the brake caliper are 17 millimeter. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Let me try to get under here real quick so I can just show both of them. Oh, I forgot these are a little bit different than the ones on the back because of that drum emergency brake setup. So there's one here. These are definitely easier to access than the ones on the rear. And one here, you can see it from the side. 1, 2. Oh, the bolts for the wheel bearing, some of them they're all still in, or one of them is still in?
They're all in, they're just sitting loosely in there.
Okay, because we don't want anything to fall out.
Oh, I'm good.
You need any WD-40?
Oh, there we go. Almost. No!
What happened?
My extension snapped off inside of it.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Harbor Freight, eh?
Jeez Louise. Let that be a lesson to you people.
Right, where's our other extension? It's under there, eh?
Don't cut costs on tools.
Movement, like it's not a solid.
Wow, impressive.
Oh my goodness. Oh. So get the rust on that bad boy.
Wow. It's been there for a while, you think?
This one we might even come in from the top side, I think, actually. And we'll remove our extension. I don't think we're going to be able to move that in there, so we may have to use our smaller ratchet.
17? You got 17?
Yep, 17 right there.
Tried to take the car off the jack.
Oh.
Jesus. You want me to?
It's not going to come easily.
You want to put anything on it?
Yeah, we might need to give it some heat or something.
So I just had to do a correction. I was looking at the wrong caliper things. It was actually these. This one here. Is it this one here?
Yep.
And then there's one further down. Already got that one out. It's right here. It wasn't these ones right here that I was looking at earlier.
So that'll give us the room now that we've turned the steering wheel.
Let me get out of the way. Give myself a little. Remove a little skin there. My thumb.
Too. I got a bit of blood showing there.
Do you have a?
I might get the key and just turn it further, and
Okay.
that'll allow us to get a bigger. Dustin, have you got the key, mate?
Yeah.
Thanks.
On the intro, what are you laughing at?
Just joking.
Now they've got the car turned to the left, obviously we can. I just got
Had the wheel turned to all the way to the left, so we can try to get a better angle on this.
I'm just using the bar off the jack.
Yeah. Get a little bit of. Ah, there we go. It's moving. Wow. Science. Energy.
Physics for the win. There's C's too. It's all rusted.
I'm still very impressed with the snappage on your extension over there.
Yeah. Might have to pay a visit to Harbour Freight.
Under your warranty.
Alrighty.
Okay, we got the top one out. Is it the bottom one's was already out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, do we want to turn it back straight, the steering wheel?
It should be okay on the angle.
Okay.
What we'll do here is I'm going to grab a 12mm and take off the brake line support.
Okay.
Probably back in there.
What was the size of that one?
This is a 12mm.
12 millimeter. It's a what do you call it again?
So it's a basically a shallow dish pass through. So they call it an insider.
Insider.
And yeah, pretty awesome little tool. As you can see, again, it's pretty beaten up, so it's had a lot of use. So I'm just gonna put this bolt back in here so it doesn't get missed. I might go grab a zip tie.
Okay.
I'm gonna zip tie the caliper up and out of the way.
God.
All right, that's on there pretty good. Bring that out. I'm just gonna go through.
Look at the size of the zip tie. Jesus.
Another Harbor Freight special.
Hopefully better quality than that extension that you busted earlier.
I'm just gonna bring it up here and go around the oil spring. And that just prevents that hose from getting kinked at all in there. I mean, there's proper hooks you can use, but the zip tie is sufficient and easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. So what we're going to do
is
take the disc off. Now, just to aid in that, I'm going to give it a short tap. As you can see, it has a lot of corrosion.
Are you doing jingle bells?
Yeah, right? I mean, I could go get the hydraulic puller, but I'll attempt to do it without it. Obviously, we don't want to tap on any of those surfaces that the brake goes on. And I might have to go get the puller. That's just not coming. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get the puller.
Turn. You want to? It doesn't matter if it's turned, right?
We can try straightening it up and see if that'll.
The key's in the car, so I can do it real quick.
Gonna damage it if it was just we were replacing the disc as well. We'd be able to hit on these surfaces, but just because we have it, I'm gonna get my fancy hydraulic puller.
Okay. Fancy hydraulic puller. Another tool that I don't have.
Relatively inexpensive tool, this particular model, but you know, obviously there's variations that, you know, it's kind of like the Harbor Freight hydraulic puller instead of the snap-on, if you will.
It's probably a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper. Do is you put these here. Now, make sure they go the right way.
This is obviously a tool we forgot to mention earlier in the video on things that would be ideal to have. But let's see how it works.
Alrighty, so that's all together now.
Wow. Gotta see this thing in action.
So you just sort of grab two of these prongs, I guess you'd call them. Bring them up like that. We can bring this in. Into the center there, and then our bottom one can go in. We're gonna have to put our spindle nut back on first.
because it'll push the
the axle back in.
Axle back, CV joint, whatever.
Alrighty, got enough threads on there. Let's try this again. It's gonna go right in, yeah, that's it. Nice. Cool, those are all in good. So once we've twisted it as far as we can twist it, then we can use this. Now we have to be careful, we don't want any tools in the way because this is gonna pop off pretty good. Usually I give it a bit of persuasion with the hammer. So we just put a bit of pressure on it there. Oh, and it's gonna come off nice and easy for us.
Nice.
That usually doesn't happen. Usually
it's like the visual equivalent of ASMR or whatever. Like, wow, it just came off so smoothly.
That never happens.
That was amazing.
Obviously, look at the corrosion on that bad boy.
Jesus.
Right, we can remove the spindle out again. Now, this may need...
Do we have all the...
we need to take the top one. We left the top one just up.
On both sides or just one?
Just the top, I guess it'll be front. We left that loose.
Yeah, one on the bottom too. It's like coming out.
Alright, that's out. Now looking at all those threads, I think they should be all out now. So I'm just going to give it a tap with the hammer.
Do you want to take all? There's two bolts still. I mean, one of them's. I guess it's like no. It'll just slip right out, right?
Yeah. This will be able to pop out and then we can undo them.
Okay.
So obviously, with the level of corrosion we have, it's going to require a little persistence and encouragement.
Those that know, to send you a 4 or 5 pound hammer for Christmas.
Right? Alrighty, there we go.
Nice. So we can do a little side by side. There's the one that we just pulled off, and here's the new one that will be going in momentarily. A little bit of a noticeable difference. It's a little bit of a noticeable difference in sound too.
Massive, eh?
Jeez.
Yeah.
So that's not what it's supposed to sound like.
Cool.
Die grinder with a Scotch-Brite pad to get some of this excess junk off
The mating surface.
the mating surface.
I'm just going to pull the Scotch-Brite off just to get inside this inner race. Cool. Just gonna watch your eyes. I'll just give this a bit of a old-fashioned blow. Oh, it's all looking pretty tidy.
This is called copper anti-seize, and that's for the mating surface for where the
bearing comes up against the flange here.
Okay.
And I believe the purpose of the copper, obviously copper is very soft. Well, I guess it's two-part. One, to allow it to crush up against without providing any, I guess, difference in the surface. And then the second is as a sacrificial part to react rather than the steel, and that's going to prevent us from having corrosion and rust inside there going forward. So hopefully the next guy, if he ever replaces it, it's a lot easier for him to get it off. So I'm applying it quite liberally to start with, and then I come back with my finger and just sort of remove, oh, got a bit of dust there, so I'll just clean that off. And then I'm just going to put some around the inner part of this race. Obviously being careful not to hit that ABS sensor, which is in there.
It's on
just up on the top right there, the 2 o'clock. So, and then what I'm going to do is simply, with my finger, just remove a bit of the excess. I don't think you have to do this, but that's just kind of my process. And just to move it around. Then for our drive spline, going to apply some lithium grease there, and I'm just going to run that around with my finger. Cool.
Nice.
For your more keen followers, I'm sure they'll notice that there's a bit of grease coming out of the bottom of the control arm there.
There's always something that needs to be fixed or replaced.
Oh yeah, cars, eh?
Never ends.
No. Alrighty, so our new piece, I'm just going to grab a new rag to just clean the mating surface, make sure there's nothing. Oh, that's all looking pretty good. Have a look at the, this here is all pretty clean.
Brake dust shield or brake shield.
Just give it a little clean up. Where did I put my socks? Right there. This is the side that'll be on the bearing. And we'll just apply just a little bit of anti-seize on the side here where the bearing will be going. Perfect. Righty, now, oh, I got that correct. That's top side like that. Now, if I remember correctly, I think we were that way, right? Install our bearing. See if I can do that by hand. They're right in there, so I'm thinking we're going to need our 14mm.
I can do, I got the top right one moving. Just reversing what we did earlier. We just got these ones started by hand, and then we're using the Milwaukee Super Ratchet to get them driven in.
Cool. Alright, so that's all of them in. And then we look at that mating surface, make sure there's no gaps. It looks pretty good. We're just going to do that top front one, eh?
Yeah.
It's not quite in.
I only got that one in finger tight.
Alright, now we need to look up the torque specs. And from memory, it's 48 foot-pounds.
Yes, the digital torque wrench.
So right now it's in Newton meters. So we press the US button, inch pounds, foot pounds, and 48. Alrighty.
And this is for the back bolts of the
Yeah, for the
wheel bearing.
Now we have our
Or inner, I should say.
Alrighty, so we need this extension. Not a whole lot of room.
Yeah, it doesn't help with that large ratchet, but
cool, that's the top one. What would be a lot easier is if we had a shorter extension that I broke. It's kind of coming to bite me in the butt. I'm going to need a shorter extension.
okay.
I'm not quite getting it on properly. Cool.
Got it. 2 more.
Okay, you move.
It's kind of not turning on that
Tie rod.
end. If
we turn the steering wheel to the right, that'll allow us to
get out here.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit better of an angle. There we go.
Ooh.
And then the bottom ones should be a little bit tight, but
Go down a little bit, please.
is it not?
There you
Oh,
go.
there we go. Okay.
Alrighty.
And then now,
I'll straighten the wheel back up.
yeah.
Ooh, like rust falling out of there. Alright. Don't really want anything in there in terms of rust. Looking at that disc, there's actually tapped holes there that we could have used to put a bolt in, I guess, to push that disc off if we didn't have the puller.
You think that's how they come from the factory?
Yeah, I wonder. That would make sense. Put
Interesting.
2 bolts in there, put them in evenly, and that would allow it to push off the.
Or even
the
like
hub.
yeah, I feel like there's a few things you could
Yeah,
you could
improvise
work
on.
with
Alright, I'm just gonna get the cutters to cut down our. Actually, yeah, it's cut down our. toppers.
The tighten, you're supposed to tighten them down the same as the wheel
These-
bearing bolts.
These were bigger bolts, so I'm just gonna look those up and just confirm.
According to the internet, the caliber to, what are they called? Caliber to
to hub.
hub bolts should be torqued to 88 foot-pounds which is a little bit higher than the 48 we were doing on the wheel bearing. "88 foot-pounds.
Right, and this is the 12 mil.
Just mounting the brake line hardware backup.
Cool. I think this puts out like 30 foot-pounds just by itself. Alrighty, we'll probably just clean up that surface there a little bit because it's, you know, inevitably could add a bit of misbalance. Because I love this stuff, we'll just put some more of this on.
Just put it all over the brake rotors, calipers, pads, whatever.
Won't have any more squeaking. And, let's just have a look at the wheel and just see its mating surfaces.
Don't put anything on the brake rotors or the brake calipers or the brake pads. That was a joke. You gotta tell people. This is AAA service. Cleaning out all that dirt and McGirt from the inside of the wheel. Wow. Yeah.
Now this torque was quite high, wasn't it?
I want to say it was like
We'll have to look this one up.
I think it was 220 newton meters or whatever. So this is, what's that? That's the
Spindle nut. Well, the spindle nut for the axle, yeah.
spindle nut for the axle. And the new ones came with the set of.
I had to buy them individually.
Oh, they were bought. We bought those separately. Also from Rock Auto, or
Rock Auto, yeah.
Okay.
And they are the 32 millimeter. So we'll just look up
And,
the torque.
somebody visiting from next door. Meow. This should be a 162 foot-pounds.
So Justin, we're going to require you to put your foot on the brake just to hold that still.
Did you put his foot on the brake yet?
Tell me when.
Yep.
All right, so in this one, it's good to have 2 or 3 people, so you can have someone put their foot on the brake.
You might need to start the car up just to give you brake boost.
Can you just put it ACC?
You might have to start it just to create vacuum.
Can you put it in neutral and start the engine?
And then brake.
And put your foot on the brake?
Perfect. Let's keep it captive. Obviously any oil or stuff that we got on there, we want to get off. Otherwise, obviously, it won't brake properly. Cool.
So the wheel lug nuts for the 2005 Subaru Outback, assuming you have the OEM wheels, the torque spec should be 162 foot-pounds.
Are you sure 162 foot-pounds?
89 foot-pounds is the correct spec for the lug nuts for the wheels. The 162 is for the
Spindle nut for the axle.
the spindle nut for the axle. Well, assuming the car doesn't fall apart when we take it for a drive, that appears to be the job. Now we just got to lower it, get it off these jack stands, and then go rallying somewhere with Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive. It's a pretty solid jack.
Oh, I love it.
Is it low profile or just regular?
Yeah, low profile.
Oh man. Maddie, what's the worst part about doing wheel bearings on a 2005 Subaru Outback?
Probably got to say, taking the brakes off. I think that gave us the most trouble, just because they were older and corroded. But for the most part, I think they're pretty easy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, I only helped out really with the passenger side, and at the beginning of this video, I said that you could do this in your garage or your driveway, and I do think of course that's true, but I would say it would take you quite a bit longer without the brake caliper puller thing. The puller, I think you could probably get away without having that, although it definitely helps.
There are manual ones as well.
This seems to be a must-have. What is this one called again? The ratchet.
The extended reach ratchet.
Extended ratchet. And then also the, I think having a impact, and then the die grinder, super helpful if you want to be, extra safe. So yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that made all this easy is the fact that Maddie actually knows what he's doing. So most of the time, which I can't say for myself in the garage, usually it's mostly just me looking things up on the internet and being told that I'm doing shit wrong. So yeah, but anyways, Maddie, thanks for all your efforts as a celebrity guest Kiwi on the Talk Up Potato Mustang YouTube channel. Keep an eye, hopefully you find this useful. Keep an eye out for more shenanigans. Peace out. We're going for a test drive in the Subaru Outback with the new wheel bearings. Hoping that we all survive.
What I'm really interested to see is 50's key, because the
Well, we didn't die. We didn't go over 40 miles an hour, but we didn't die.